A call to the skipper's office can mean a lot of things. In this case, it involves good news. Better news, even, than can initially be grasped. For a player this young, to go from Double-A right to a major league roster is a rare and notable occurrence. A fast-rising young player is welcomed for the first time to a major league roster. At least for today. His new skipper offers words of wisdom and inspiration as he prepares to make his debut appearance on the show's big stage.
From the place affectionately known as the K, we're at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Minnesota Twins and the Kansas City Royals. Logan Klein makes his big league debut right after this. Logan Klein steps on the rubber today for his first major league start. Dan, what do you got on him?
Well, I think the big key, Matt, is just going to be able to control the butterflies. You can only make your first start one time, and a lot of emotions, a lot of things are going through your mind when you're taking your warm-up pitches. Hopefully you can settle down, control that heartbeat, and as they say, breathe in, breathe out, and try to enjoy the first big league experience. Wow, not only was this guy good in his last start working deep in the game, but he also posted a double-digit strikeout total. We'll see if he has that kind of stuff again in this one.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. First of 3 here on this Tuesday night as the game's first offering is taken for strike 1. Dan Dero, we take a look at the Royals as they enter play here tonight. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, they've been playing some quality baseball. The first 4 games of this homestand, they've taken 3 out of the first 4, looking to capitalize and continue to play good ball today.
You know, Dero, this is time to get greedy. When you win 3 of the first 4, boy, if you can win 4 out of the first 5, that sets up a really nice stretch of baseball. They'd love to win this one here today and keep that roll going.
And now here's a look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Matt, we'll see if Miguel Sano can be a difference maker, as he often is. He's slugging over .550 on the season. A lot of home runs, a lot of doubles. That's elite power. That's elite slugger territory. Not a lot of guys in the game get to that territory, even some of the really good ones.
But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. Up next for Minnesota, Miguel Sano, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Popped him up. Torres has room in foul territory, and that'll put an end to the inning as he brings it down on the warning track. Twins are set down 1-2-3. Twins nothing. Royals coming up. Here's Brian Dozier now. He'll get us started in the top of the second. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he can't get out of the way there. So the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
Yeah, I can hear the crowd murmuring now, wondering if he hit him on purpose. But hey, us pitchers need to be able to throw inside, especially when facing hitters as dangerous as he is. Pretty sure this one just got away from him, and hey, that's part of the game.
Hey, guys, take a look at how Kansas City sets up on D. And, guys, we need to seriously focus on the defense behind the dish today. This guy brings gold to the party, the ability to block balls, keep everything in front of him, shut down a running game, and massage his pitcher through 9 innings.
Now that's popped up. Torres is over, and he tucks it away for the second out. In now, Eddie Rosario. His average for the year sits in the 280s entering play. And that misses, ball 1. Dozier is off of first with 2 away. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Naquin looks up. And get your groove on. It's into the party porch for a home run. The next Twin up, Byron Buxton. As you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one. No balls and a strike to count. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. And the pitch. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. So 2 runs on 1 hit, and the 1 hit was a big one, the home run. On now to the bottom of the second. So stepping in, Jason Castro. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. The catch is made on the mound, and that's the first out. So with 1 away, let's give you a look at the standings in the American League's Central Division as you see where these 2 teams find themselves entering our ballgame here today. And he gets ahead 0-1. Klein He's making his debut on the mound today, as we've mentioned. This performance in this one could be a good barometer as to whether he's ready to deal with major league hitters at this point in his career.
Yeah, Matt, this guy wasn't really the most highly touted prospect coming up through the minor league system, but one of the things he does, he throws strikes, and if he continues to pitch like he did in the minor leagues here at the big league level, there's no reason why he shouldn't be able to stay here and pitch very competitive baseball.
Outside, that's a ball.
And that one just missed outside. 2-0 count, the pitch. 3-0 now.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
And a fastball misses there, ball 4. Here's Miguel Sano. Here comes the first pitch. Hit. Fielded cleanly, and as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around. Striding in once again, Brian Dozier. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Looks at a two-seamer right down the middle. The windup and the 0-1. Now a cut fastball, but that doesn't threaten the zone. It's even at 1. The 1-1 home is taken for ball 2.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
And another foul ball.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Grichuk moves over. 1 out. Digging in to try it again. Max Kepler 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. And a ball 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. He pulls this one into right. He'll take this in without much trouble, and 2 are gone here to start the 4th. Ready for another chance? Logan Morrison. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. 0-1 the count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. Torres has got it, and the side is retired. Down go the Twins in order. They lead it 2-1. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Eddie Rosario. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
Eddie Rosario.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lays off 1-0. Rosario, a native of Puerto Rico. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates. The time you get called up, and the time you get to arbitration, and one when you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to truly enjoy this game and get paid for all the hard work. And this is the start of it. The arbitration process allows these guys to finally start making some real dollars in this game.
Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the 5th. And boy, just one lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this starter. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. And a fastball just a bit up.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at-bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Another try at 2-2. And a fastball just a bit high. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Line drive snagged on a short hop. And there's out number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jason Castro. He popped out in his first trip. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one. 2 runs on just 1 hit and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Thompson's under it, and the inning is over. Twins are set. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Twins lineup. Stepping in, Rich Kessler will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
The batter, number 11.
Ready for another shot now. Jorge Polanco, leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
This is a big out to get right here. This is their best hitter. He's a great hitter, and he's a guy that kind of spark plug. He gets this team going. So if I'm on the mound right now, you really want to try to get this guy out to hopefully keep them from getting a potential big inning started.
So he chased out of the strike zone on that one. Miguel Sano becomes the first out of the inning, and there are 2 away now. So striding in, Max Kepler, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. We're in the 6th inning now of a 4-2 ball game. Swing and a miss, and he needs a little discipline here. 0-2.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there. Let's see the approach right here.
Meanwhile now, this ball's trouble as it looks like it'll be good for extra bases.
Well, maybe the tables have turned a bit. Earlier in the game, the pitcher had his way with him, but he wins the battle this time, and in a big way. 2 runs on the board as a result.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Swings through it for strike number 2.
When a guy's featuring big-time velocity like this, you have to be on the fastball. It's your only chance. You'll tip your hat on some nasty off-speed stuff, but you got to be ready for the heater.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6, and we are tied 4-4.
Your attention, please.
This evening's game comes to an end 5-4, the final tally. Tyler Duffy earns his 3rd win of the year in relief as he gives up only 1 hit in 5 innings of work. Trevor Hildenberger wraps it up for the save, his 6th. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian.
A pitcher is issued a challenge by his coach.
Afternoon baseball now on a fine Sunday from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend series between the American League's Houston Astros and the Kansas City Royals. Kansas City find themselves ready now. Andres Valenzuela. He will lead this one off today. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Popped him up. Perez is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, you really have to appreciate what Jose Altuve brings to this team. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
Throw is not going to be in time to get him, and somehow he's going to wind up with an infield single. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. He carries the 8th best average in the American League entering play. These Kansas City Royals entering play this afternoon, guys. They come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide. So he punches him out looking at the fastball. Jose Altuve goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. Reddick leads off first with a pair of outs. High pop-up. Klein will put this one away, and the side is retired. One hit. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. And for him, you have to think a turnaround is coming. Clearly not going his way of late. The windup and the 0-1. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. Here it comes, 0-2. And a neck-high fastball that time. And set up behind the plate is Ricky Holiday, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Hey, D-Row, you better be up there ready to swing with Ricky Holiday behind the plate, particularly on that high pitch.
Yeah, and I don't like that, Dan. As an offensive player, that's the one pitch that you almost can't get to with a power guy on the mound. I'm okay with you giving a little bit on the corners. If you start giving north, it makes it super tough on the hitters.
And that's through for a hit. Tyler White will bat next. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. A ball and a strike, the count to the Astros first baseman. And that one right down Main Street.
Hey, that's got to throw the batter's game plan off a little bit. He thinks sinker's coming. Double play situation. He gets the ordinary fastball. He's got to be thinking what's coming next.
Another 2-2 offering, and a fastball flew it right by him, and they're 2 down. Next up for the Stros, Jake Marisnick. First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. One left for Houston. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. In now is A.J. Ellis. He was not much of a factor at the plate during yesterday's win as he took an 0-for-4 line. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
That's a pretty impressive pitch from a young arm like that. If you could spot your pitches there in advantage counts like 1 and 2, you're going to have a lot of outs in soft contact.
Played on the backhand, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Stepping in is Josh Reddick.
Now batting.
Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0. Outside with the cut fastball there, and it's a 2-ball count.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
strike. Here's the pitch. Grounded to the right. To his left, Nagel. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Leading off the inning, Jose Altuve, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Fouled off. Hit hard down the line, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Gordon is right there, and he's got it for out number 1. Digging in for his second at-bat, Carlos Correa comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. Behind 0-2 now. The 0-2 once more. Misses. That's ball 1. The 1-2. Popped him up.
Well, that's going to get out of play and into the camera well.
And he looks at a sinker for a called third strike, and now there are 2 gone. Striding in for Houston, Alex Bregman. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point.
Hit in the air down the right field line, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
And I'm sure that one stings a little bit. The best revenge he can get for his pain is to find a way to come around to score. We'll see if his guys can move him around the bases.
Now batting.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pitch misses the throw down, and he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Another look at the throw down that results in a third out on the bases. Leading off the inning, William Asulin, and they'll need him to get something going here. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Now the 1-0.
Count even now at 1-1.
Asulin stands 5'9" as you see him in the right-handed box. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Bouncer down the line. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. The 2-2 one more time. Hit out towards second. Nagel comes up with it. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Striding in once again, Tyler White. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Way out in front. The windup and the 0-1. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point.
And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes. Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Jake Marisnick He's at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. 1-1 the count. White stands at first with one out. Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, A.J. Ellis looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. And this pitch is right down the middle, strike one. High in the air out to center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Astros leave one. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Andres Valenzuela. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top three guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Torres is going to have plenty of room as he puts it away in front of the dugout for the first out of the inning. Stepping in is Josh Reddick. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Up around the face. The 1-1 home. To the left. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Ready for another chance, Jose Altuve. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's the first pitch to him. Down the third baseline. But this is foul for the first strike. 2 out, nobody on. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3. They're down 4-0. Digging in to try it again, Carlos Correa. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. A ball and a strike now. Count is 1-2 now. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
And that misses for ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Hit hard on the ground to short. Machado has it. On to first, and there were 2 down. Ready for another shot now, William Asulin. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes. The 1-0. Well hit to right, but a foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So nothing happening this time around. Getting late. Stretch time now in Kansas City. It's the Royals. Tyler White will bat next. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in. Something that stood out to me in this game is the lineup's lack of a solid plan at the plate. Seems like way too many guys are chasing pitches out of the zone and trying to hit pitchers like that one down and away. There's no success in that.
Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2. Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. Gone to lead off the inning.
Well, they're still down, but this homer right there might light a fire under the whole team. Give them a spark to climb back into this thing. We'll see if this gets them going.
Center fielder number 6, Jake Marisnik.
Here's Jake Marisnik as he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. 1-1 the count now. Hit on the ground to third. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out. Digging in once again, A.J. Ellis. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. The 1-0. A little bouncer. That rolls foul for strike 1. The 1-1. And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Any hitter will tell you that a shot like that just feels different. It sounds different off the bat. See his arms get extended, right arm tucked up against his body, barrel the bat all over the ball, and he smokes it right off the wall in left center. A little more hand. Well, they had to put in a couple of extra innings of work, but hey, listen, a win is a win, and any win is good, especially on the road.
7-5 how today's comes to an end. Houston rack up a division-leading 40th victory of the season. Brad Peacock gets the win in relief, his 6th of the season. Ken Giles hammers down the save, his 24th on the season. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Astros, 7 runs on 9 hits. 1 error. They left 10 men on base. For Kansas City, 5 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 16 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 27 minutes. A reminder that
Time for baseball now on the show as we give you a look inside guaranteed rate fee. Michael Inoa is on the mound for game 2. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. He saws him off with that one. And the inning begins with a quick out number 1. A moment here from the south side to take a look at the Pale Hose starting lineup in this one. Mark, daytime baseball at home. What do we need to know about these guys?
Hey, this lineup's got to do it a little bit differently. It's not the modern version of 3 true outcomes: walks, strikeouts, home runs. This is a team that beats you down, manufacturing runs, getting guys on base, keeping the defense on its toes and waiting for them to make the mistake.
And this pitch is up and in as he backs away. It's ball 1.
Wow, fastball up and in. I'm not sure it was intended to be that far up and that far in, but message sent, beware.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in a count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off speed and the fastball. And in a 1-2 count, you might be sitting off speed. And what happens? He gets the fastball, and he can't catch up to the express.
Up next for Chicago, Jose Abreu. And he'll be looking to change his fortunes in this one. He's seen his numbers take a bit of a dive in recent action. A ball and a strike now to Jose Abreu.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. He's set to lead off the home second. Hit back toward the mound. And this is going to scoot on through into center for a base hit leading off the inning.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Ready now for the White Sox. That's here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Danny, how frustrating is this right here? First and third, you got problems all over the place.
Well, you come right out of the dugout, right? You're starting an inning fresh. You're expecting to have a 1-2-3 inning. You look up, and all of a sudden, first and third, nobody out. It's time to make some good pitches.
Ball 1. The 1-0. Misses for the second ball.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Here's a pop-up now. Nagel has a play. Makes the play, 1 away.
Hey, guys, take a look at how Kansas City sets up on D. And I'd like to focus on Salvador Perez, the man who dons the tools of ignorance behind the dish. He's a clubhouse leader. He's one of the best pitch framers in the game. He's like a soft blanket back there for this pitching staff.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. He's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. No balls and 1 strike. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Gordon is there. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. The tag from Perez won't get him. Safe at the plate.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
No contact on the sinker there, and he's behind 0-1. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Now a drive out to left center field. Narvaez is on his way home. The tag from Perez. He's out at the plate. So 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. We've played 2 full. It's the White Sox back at guaranteed rate field. Coming to the plate now, Charlie Tilson.
Right.
Bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Throw will not be in time as a perfect bunt there nets him a base runner to lead off the inning. Here's Kelby Tomlinson. Second at bat now. He grounded out to start the home first. 1-0 the count. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Hit in the air to shallow center. Machado onto the grass. 1 out. Digging in for his second at bat, Rob Pineda. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw not in time. He's in there at second.
That's a swipe of the bag, and this catcher, he throws really well too, so that's not easy. Good job there by the base runner.
Base hit into right center. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now. Now with 1 away.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, Devo, to make sure that gets through and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
On to first as they get the double play. Digging in the switch hitter, Yohan Moncada. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
You could definitely tell this hitter's been guessing at the plate and guessing wrong. But here's where you can't expand the zone. You have to take a deep breath and try and fight yourself back to an even count.
So it was a strikeout looking there. Yohan Moncada becomes the first out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through it. 1 strike. Pitch on the way. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Here it comes. Pulled toward right center field. Nagel is calling for it, and he makes the catch for the second out. Next up is the sneaky pop of Nicky Delmonico. He popped out in his first trip.
Delmonico.
Hits are even right now at 5 aside. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss on the cut fastball. 1-2.
Well, based on that swing, I'd say this guy's got his A-game fastball working right now. The only way you're going to get to that pitch is you got to make an adjustment and get that front foot down a little earlier.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. Now at the plate, Tim Anderson picked up an RBI on a sac fly in his first appearance. In there, strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And that one stayed up a little high from the windup, the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
Manny Ramirez, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the 5th. At the plate, Manny Ramirez. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. 0-1 the count. Ready with the 0-1. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Working for the punch out and the offering. And he fouls this one off. Anderson on at first. Nobody out. And the sinking fastball called strike 3. And that's out number 1. Digging in, Charlie Tilson. In there at the knees, strike 1.
Tilson.
Swing and a liner. Foul. fifth inning. 2-1 our score. Hit hard down the left field line, but this is going to get foul. Popped him up. Torres is over now, and he's got it for route number 2. Here's Kelby Tomlinson. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now. 2-1 count to the Pale Hose leadoff hitter. The 2-1 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Thompson's on the move. He's got it as the tying run is left on base. Digging in and looking for more. Rob. Order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
And he won't offer it that. Too high. 1-2.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
And that's going to be high. 2-2 now. Now a swing and a fly ball. Gordon on the move. And foul. Struck him out, so he's set down on strikes for the second time today. Ready once again, Jose Abreu. He struck out and bounced into a double play in his first 2 at-bats. Out in front of it, strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. And now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Yoan Moncada. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. 1 ball, no strikes to count. 2 balls and no strikes to count to Yoan Moncada. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Looks at a 2-seamer right down the middle. 2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2.
He's 1 pitch away from striking out the side, but even more than that, to throw a donut up after your offense put up some runs, I can't tell you what that means to the boys in the dugout.
Swung on and hit in the air to left. Thompson will wait on it, and that will retire the side. Leading off the inning, Omar Narvaez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Swing and a hot shot toward third. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. And he's going to make it. He's in at second base with a leadoff double.
And he just blasts this thing down the left field line. I thought it might bend foul, but it lands just inside the chalk, and he's able to leg it out for a double. Good-looking swing.
Nicky Delmonico is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Thompson's on his horse. 1 down. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. No balls and a strike to count. A high fastball is in there.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
Now a line drive to left center field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. In to score easily is the runner from third, and don't look now. They've cut the lead down to 2, and he is in there. So a big moment here, and standing in, Manny Ramirez. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. And it's 1-2. The 1-2. Hit weak to the mound. Throw gets him. 2 down. And Charlie Tilson now comes forward. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. No balls and 1 strike. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he struck him out. His 7th of the ball game.
Your attention, please.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
5-2 the final today. The Royals took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Logan Klein gets the win.
A major league pitching coach acknowledges a young newcomer on an early milestone accomplishment. The pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement. A manager admonishes his pitching staff for giving away too many free bases.
Tuesday night. So stepping in, Rich Kessler. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Designated hitter.
Ball one. Dan Dero, we take a look at the Royals as they enter play here tonight. They have not been playing all that well, to put it charitably, as they come into this one losers of 7 straight games. Line to the right side, but foul. Now the 2-1 will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
Having a little trouble finding the zone to start the night. It's always deflating to walk the leadoff guy in the game, so we'll see if he can initiate some contact here.
Into the box, Jorge Polanco. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Kessler rounds the corner and is headed home. And he's safe at the plate as they take the lead.
Well, this is a lesson for all those pitchers out there. When you allow the leadoff man on base, it comes back to haunt you. With no outs, I thought they might hold the runner at third, but they send him anyway, and the run scores.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Brian Dozier. And now the Twins look to plate more in the opening frame. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. He was 1 for 4 in Sunday's affair. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. So 1-1. Hit hard down the left field line. But this is foul near the seats. The 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. The next Twin up, Eddie Rosario. He went 2 for 4 to close out Sunday's series finale.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Here comes the 0-1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Sent on the ground out to second. Nagel scoops it up, and there's one down now. Standing in, Logan Morrison. He's hoping to start this series a little better than the one he finished last time. He was 0 for 5 on Sunday. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. A little bouncer. But it gets foul. Another 0-2 home. Fouled away. 1 out, nobody on. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. First delivery to him on the way. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. The 1-0 home is in there for strike 1. Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike. Buxton ahead in the count, 3 balls and a strike.
This is a good at bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even got himself into a good hitter's count now.
Digging in now, Jason Castro. He's just hoping for something to go his way in this one. It's not been the case of late. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. Buxton, the runner at first with two gone. 1-2 to the Twins catcher.
Looped under that one with that swing, which tells me he was probably anticipating it being a sinker.
Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a pitch down that swung on and sent to second base. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Twins wind up stranding 1. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rich Kessler. He drew a walk, his first.
Kessler
In there at the knees as he authors a strike to the leadoff man, 0-1. Here's a strike.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk. Coming right after him here.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Standing in now, Jorge Polanco. He grounds it sharply to third. Torres has it, and that's the second out. Here's Miguel Sano. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
third baseman, Miguel.
0-1 the count. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He's pounding the zone. He's got 2 quick outs.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Down go the Twins in order. They still lead it 2-1. Here's Brian Dozier now. He hit a sac fly earlier.
Second baseman,
First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. High pop up. Nagel waits on it. 1 out. And while we have a moment, here's a look at the Royals' Road to the Show report. 2 guys there that this organization has to be happy about right now.
right fielder,
And that's in there for strike 1.
Hey, you think back to the early innings right there. You thought this guy would have been hitting his showers. A credit to him. He's been able to regroup, find his mechanics, and find a way to stay in this game.
And that's in there. Base hit.
Hey, this is another one of those cases, D-World, of not how many, but how many can you score? Lots of traffic.
100%, Dan. It's not about batting average in this league anymore. It's about OPS. It's about driving runs in at the end of the day, and they got to find a way. And they're doing that right now. They got the lead.
Rosario, a 6'1" left-handed hitter, but throws right-handed. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Hey, I think if you ask this guy honestly how his season's gone so far, he's happy with it. It's been kind of an average year for him, but he has time to get hot and make that salary push.
Logan Morrison is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. 2-strike pitch is chopped foul at the plate, and will do it again. And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. 1 left for Minnesota. First pitch coming. Here it is. A knee-high sinker. Tough pitch. Strike 1.
Rock solid performance up to this part of the ball game right now. One of the keys, 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you do that, you really make the hitter swing at the pitch you want them to swing at.
So he chased out of the strike zone on that one. Byron Buxton is retired for the first out in the bottom half of the 5th. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Heading after it is Thompson, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Twins lineup. Stepping in, Rich Kessler. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. A ball and no strikes. Now the 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Jorge Polanco would be next. Swinging a ball line softly down the left field line, but this will be foul. And that one's taken outside for a ball. We walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. Now the 2-1. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Tried to get him with the cutter, but it's a full count, 3-2.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
He pulls this one into right, but he will close fast out there in right field as he comes on to put it away, and the inning is over. Digging in once again, Miguel Sano. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2. The 2-1 is taken, ball 3.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
And he goes and chops this one out towards second, but that finds its way through for a base hit. And the Twins have something brewing right away. It's a leadoff double.
Man, it looked like the pitcher was trying to get him to go fishing at a pitch out of the strike zone. He went for it all right, but he managed to catch all of that baseball, placing it for a double in the outfield. That's a great piece of hitting.
Second baseman, number 2.
First pitch coming, here it is. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. So far this season, with runners in scoring position, Dozier is hitting over 350, up in the high 300s.
These are the stats the oppositions look at. Being great with runners in scoring position. He has certainly been that, and he's able to slow the moment down.
2-2 the count. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2. And he's seen a lot of pitches, too.
And the payoff pitch is chopped foul at home plate, so we'll do it again. Still 3-2. Once again, a 3-2. Over toward first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Striding in once again, Max Kepler. He singled his last time up.
Right fielder.
And he takes ball 1. Sano leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2. Now another 2-2. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game. Up next for Minnesota, Eddie Rosario. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. But this won't get by the shortstop as he's there to take it in for the 3rd out. Twins wind up stranding 1. They lead it 2-1. Jesse Hahn gets the call from the pen.
Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get the job done, but hey, they'll do whatever they can to get a W.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. The Minnesota Twins jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Adalberto Mejia earns his 6th winning decision.